Rabat is the capital and second largest city of Morocco with an urban population of approximately 620,000 and a metropolitan population of over 1.2 million. It is also the capital of the Rabat-Salé-Zemmour-Zaer administrative region. The city is located on the Atlantic Ocean at the mouth of the river Bou Regreg. On the facing shore of the river lies Salé, the city's main commuter town. Rabat, Temara, and Salé form a conurbation of over 1.8 million people. Silt-related problems have diminished Rabat's role as a port. However, Rabat and Salé still maintain important textile, food processing and construction industries. In addition, tourism and the presence of all foreign embassies in Morocco serve to make Rabat one of the most important cities in the country. Rabat is accessible by train through the ONCF system and by plane through the nearby Rabat-Salé Airport. The Moroccan capital was recently awarded second place in top travel destinations of 2013 by CNN. History. 12th to 17th century, Rabat has a relatively modern history compared to the ancient city of Salé. In 1146, the Almohad ruler Abd al-Mumin turned Rabat into a full-scale fortress to use as a launching point for attacks on Iberia. In 1170, due to its military importance, Rabat acquired the title Ribtu el-Fath, meaning stronghold of victory, from which it derives its current name. Yaqub al-Mansur, another Almohad caliph, moved the capital of his empire to Rabat. He built Rabat's city walls, the Kasbah of the Upper Yars, and began construction on what would have been the world's largest mosque. However, Yaqub died and construction stopped. The ruins of the unfinished mosque, along with the Hossein Tower, still stand today. Yaqub's death initiated a period of decline. The Almohad Empire lost control of its possessions in Spain and much of its African territory, eventually leading to its total collapse. In the 13th century, much of Rabat's economic power shifted to Fez. In 1515 a Moorish explorer, El-Wassan, reported that Rabat had declined so much that only 100 inhabited houses remained. An influx of Moriscos, who had been expelled from Spain, in the early 17th century helped boost Rabat's growth. Corsair republics, Rabat and neighboring Salé united to form the Republic of Bou Regreg in 1627. The republic was run by Barbary pirates who used the two cities as base ports for launching attacks on shipping. The pirates did not have to contend with any central authority until the Alauite dynasty united Morocco in 1666. The latter attempted to establish control over the pirates, but failed. European and Muslim authorities continued to attempt to control the pirates over many years, but the Republic of Bou Regreg did not collapse until 1818. Even after the Republic's collapse, pirates continued to use the port of Rabat, which led to the shelling of the city by Austria in 1829 after an Austrian ship had been lost to a pirate attack. 20th century, French invasion. The French invaded Morocco in 1912 and established a protectorate. The French administrator of Morocco, General Hubert Lyautey, decided to relocate the country's capital from Fez to Rabat. Among other factors, rebellious citizens had made Fez an unstable place. Sultan Moulay followed the decision of the French and moved his residence to Rabat. In 1913, General Lyautey hired Henri Prost, who designed the Ville Nouvelle as an administrative sector. When Morocco achieved independence in 1956, Mohammed V, the then King of Morocco, chose to have the capital remain at Rabat. Post-World War II. Following World War II, the United States established a military presence in Rabat at the former French air base. By the early 1950s, Rabat-Salé Air Base was a U.S. Air Force installation hosting the 17th Air Force and the 5th Air Division, which oversaw forward basing for Strategic Air Command B-47 straighter-jet aircraft in the country. With the destabilization of French government in Morocco, and Moroccan independence in 1956, the government of Mohammed V wanted the U.S. Air Force to pull out of the SAC bases in Morocco, insisting on such action after American intervention in Lebanon in 1958. The United States agreed to leave as of December 1959, and was fully out of Morocco by 1963. SAC felt the Moroccan bases were much less critical with the long-range capability of the B-52 Stratofortresses that were replacing the B-47s and with the completion of the USAF installations in Spain in 1959. With the USAF withdrawal from Rabat-Salé copyright in the 1960s, the facility became a primary facility for the Royal Moroccan Air Force known as Air Base No. 1, a status it continues to hold. Neighborhoods of Rabat. Rabat is an administrative city. It does have many shopping districts and residential neighborhoods. The geographically spread out neighborhoods are as follows. The heart of the city consists of three parts, the Medina, the Oudeyars and Hassan, both located to meet the Bou Regreg, and the Atlantic Ocean. To the west, and along the waterfront, there is a succession of neighborhoods. First, around the ramparts, the old quarters of the Ocean and Orange. Beyond that, a succession of mostly popular neighborhoods, Dar Jamawa, Akari, Yeku El Mansour, Masira and Hay El Fath are the main parts of this axis. Hay El Fath, which ends the sequence, evolves into a middle-class neighborhood. To the east, along the Bou Regreg, the Yusufia region, Maybella, Takdoum, Hay Nadar, Aviation, and Ramani. Between these two axes, going from north to south, there are three main areas, Agdal, Hayrad, and Soisi. On the outskirts of Soisi, are less dense regions mainly constituted of large private houses to areas that seem out of the city. Bou Regreg Marina, located between the Atlantic and the Bou Regreg Valley, this magnificent river marina is paved with famous historical sites like the Esplanade of the Hassan Tower and the picturesque Chela necropolis, which has witnessed many Mediterranean civilizations pass by. Outfitted with the most modern equipment to host up to 240 boats, the Bou Regreg Marina aims to become an essential destination for recreational boaters seeking long stays or just an unforgettable stopover on their way to West Africa, the Caribbean or the shores of North America. Subdivisions. The prefecture is divided administratively into the following: families of Rabat, called Rbatis. These families have lived for more than 400 years with many events in common. From the expulsion of the Moriscos to arrive at the foundation of a culture that combines the Arabic and Andalusian cultures, through the Republic of Bou Regreg events, then other families coming to live in Rabat recently, have not known. Since its founding, Rabat was inhabited by several families from the High Atlas, with Abu Yusuf Sheikh al-Mansur, who founded the city in 1198, then families from many parts of Morocco have settled. Rabat has around 1240 a few 150 families whose families Qaidmi, Regregi, Laudi, etc. Since the end of the 13th century, the city has had an influx of Moriscos expelled from Granada until 1609, the year of total expulsion of Muslims from Spain by Philip III. These families include Bagach, Guadira, Moulin, Sebata, and Frej. The said families are considered, until today, as Rbatis families of strain. They are about 400 families. Other families in the city are considered residents of Rabat because they came at the time when Rabat became the capital of the country, either through rural exodus or to work in public administration based in the city since the establishment of the protectorate. Climate. Rabat features a Mediterranean climate with paragraph PPEN climate classification of XAR. Located along the Atlantic Ocean, Rabat is a mild, temperate climate, shifting from cool in winter to warm days in the summer months. The nights are always cool sometimes, with daytime temperatures generally rising about plus July 8 degree. The winter highs typically reach only 17.2 AA degrees Celsius in December January. Culture. The biggest place for theatre is the Theatre Mohammed V in the center of the town. The city has a few official galleries and an archaeological museum. Many organizations are active in cultural and social issues. Orient-Occident Foundation and ONA Foundation are the biggest of these. An independent arts scene is active in the city. L'Appartement 22, which is the first independent space for visual arts created by Abdellah Karam, opened in 2002 and introduced international and local artists. Other independent spaces opened few years after, such as Le Cube, also set up in a private space. Rabat was selected as a location for the war film Black Hawk Down. Mourzine. Mourzine is a music festival in Rabat welcomed by Mohammed VI, King of Morocco, that started in 2001 where music groups, fans and spectators alike come together in a week-long celebration of culture and music both locally and internationally. Musicians such as Scorpions, Rihanna, Elton John, Stromae and many others have performed at the festival. Mourzine was host to more than 2,500,000 in 2013. Workshops are available for teaching dances and other arts. The festival is free for anyone to go. However, while most areas are free, there are those that require payment, specifically the smaller stages being the historical site of Chella, the Mohammed V National Theatre and the Renaissance Cultural Centre. Main sites: Mausoleum of Mohammed V University, Hussan Tower, Chella Necropolis, Casbah of the Upper Yars, Rabat Archaeological Museum, OLM Sissi Stage. Notable people from Rabat: politicians, Rouven Abergel, Israeli social and political activist, Marc Perrin de Bricambaut, French judge and diplomat, Dominique de Villepin, former Prime Minister of France, Richard Delagnola, French politician, David Levy, Israeli politician, Maxime Levy, Israeli politician, Bernard Squazzini, French counter-terrorism director, scientists, Helene Hagen, American anthropologist, writers and philosophers, Abdella Toua, writer, Linda Ashcroft, writer and artist, Robert Asaraf, historian, Alain Badia, French philosopher, Mohamed Suat Benani, Moroccan novelist, Mohamed Barada, Moroccan novelist, literary critic, and translator, Abdel Fattah Khalito, Moroccan writer, Baha Trabilsi, Moroccan novelist, artists, Samira Said, Moroccan singer, Shlomo Bar, Israeli musician. Fabienne Permel-Gal, French announcer and television host, Roland Giraud, French actor, Mackemar copyright Ril, French actress and writer, Daniel Serboni, French photographer, French Montana, American hip-hop artist, Bryce Hudson, American painter and photographer, sportsman, Saudi Bai, Moroccan footballer, Abid Bowden, Moroccan footballer, Custodio dos Reis, French road bicycle racer, Yans Katabi, Moroccan rugby league player, Adrian Mifsud, Moroccan footballer, Et Hami Milaud, Moroccan Olympic boxer, Jean-Patrick Lesoba, French rugby union player, Yauna S. Maudrique, Moroccan long jumper, Brahim Tailb, Moroccan long-distance runner, royal descendants, Mohammed VI of Morocco, King of Morocco, Prince Fakhruddin of Egypt, Prince Jack, Duke of Orla copyright Anne's, Prince Michel, Count of Permel Ray, Prince Molly Rachid of Morocco, Princess Lala Acre of Morocco, Transport, Air. Rabat's main airport is Rabat-Salé copyright airport. Trains. Rabat is served by two principal railway stations run by the National Rail Service, the ONCF. Rabat Agdal is the main intercity station, from which trains run south to Marrakech or El Jadida and north to Tanger, and then on either to Means, Fes, Taza and Orda. Tram. The Rabat-Salé copyright tramway is a tram system which was put into service on May 23, 2011 in the Moroccan cities of Rabat and Salé copyright. The network has two lines for a total length of 19 km and 31 stops. It is operated by Veolia Transdev with Alstom City's trams. Sports. Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium is a multi-purpose stadium in Rabat, Morocco. It is named after Prince Moulay Abdallah. It was built in 1983 and is the home ground of FA ar-Ribaaṭ. It is used mostly for football matches, and it can also stage athletics. The stadium holds 52,000. Since 2008 it is host of the meeting International Mohammed VI copyright Tism de Rabat. Football. The local football teams are, FA de Rabat, FUS de Rabat, Stade Marocain, Hilal de Rabat, Union de Taouga, Youssoufia Club de Rabat, Handball, FUS de Rabat, Le Stade Marocain, Les FA de Rabat, Basketball. The local basketball teams are, FUS de Rabat, FA de Rabat, Mouab de Rabat, Volleyball, FUS de Rabat, FA de Rabat, ar-Ribaaṭ Copyright dit Agricole Rabat, Gallery. International relations. Twin towns sister cities, Rabat is twinned with, see also, Rabat-Salé Copyright Morocco, Salé Copyright, Republic of Bou Regreg, Chela, Kasbah of the Upper Yars, references, notes. External links, places in Rabat, Rabat, history, Rabat touristic portal, Rabat portal, entry in Lexicoriant, Rabat photo gallery, Rabat post, Rabat travel guide from Wiki Voyage, Rabat. Islamic Cultural Heritage Database. Istanbul, Organization of Islamic Cooperation, Research Center for Islamic History, Art and Culture, archnet.org. Rabat. Cambridge, Massachusetts, USA, MIT School of Architecture and Planning A.